Who was the toughest quarterback you played? I'm going to guess it's either Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, or Aaron Rodgers.
You're in the mix, but I think being out there on the field against Mike Vick was pretty wild.
Really?
It was when in his Philly days when I was there in Minnesota. He was in Philly. Got a chance to be out there and see it live in action. He was tough to handle. He's a lot for a defense to have to deal with as far as the game plan goes and what you want to do and how you want to contain him and control him. Tom Brady is definitely a person that I had to catch up myself. Like, it was one of those I'm out here against Tom Brady moments. But, next thing you know, he's calling my number because I'm the mic. So I'm like, oh, shit, snap out of it. Got to go play football now.
So you got to play with your brother, E.J. Henderson, a little older than you. And for you, playing with your brother, what was that like in your first couple of years with the Vikings?
Oh, it was amazing. He's 6 years older than me, so we never had a chance to play with each other prior to that. Even though we both went to Aberdeen High School, both went to University of Maryland, we missed each other as far as time goes. So that was our first time being on the field together. So to do it on the biggest stage and a storied franchise like the Minnesota Vikings and to have opportunity to be the starting linebacker was a really cool thing to be a part of and one of those things that we'll be able to tell our kids about and I'll be able to tell their kids about one day too.
There is a running back that dominated the league for many, many years and really stood out from all the rest, Adrian Peterson. What was it like playing with Adrian Peterson? What type of player was he in and out of the locker room?
It was electric being around him. He had a feeling, aura about him. It's almost like Michael Jordan walking into a building at the time. So, he's doing all the commercials. He's got everything going. And then you go watch him play football. And it's just like poetry in motion. Cat quick, but he's also powerful as a bull too. So it was always just fun to get out there and watch him. To have the opportunity to compete against him every day at practice definitely helped me in my younger days, especially because, as a scout team player, I'm going against the first team offense every day. So got a chance to test myself against the best and see what it looked like day in and day out. I definitely love playing with AP for sure.
You played with another ex-Green Bay quarterback in Brett Favre. What was it like playing with one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game?
Oh, I grew up a Brett Favre fan, so I wore number 4 in high school and everything, played quarterback. Huge Brett Favre guy. I just loved the way that he went about his work and the way he played. He looked like he was having so much fun out there, but he also was a real person off the field too. He had his issues, he had his problems, but he fought those and he overcame them, was able to bounce back and continue on in his career and in his life. To have the opportunity to meet him, one of the few times I was probably starstruck in my life for sure. But he was cool as could be. It would have been disappointing if I would have met him. He was a jerk, but he was a pretty cool dude. Got us all Wranglers too, so that's out to Brett. Yeah.
What would it have been like playing against these guys and defending against some of these guys in the league now?
We had a pretty good one that came through when I was coming through in Cam Newton. I had a chance to play against him a couple times. It definitely adds another dimension to the game when you have a quarterback that can move and can get out the pocket and create with his feet. I think you're going to continue to see that trend within the league that with how fast the game is going and with the speed of it, quarterback's going to have to speed up too. So that pocket passer is going to become rare to see, I guess you could say. You'll see more of the guys that can move around and can scramble, even if it is not to run and take off, but just to be able to keep up with the speed.
You look at all the great things that's happened to you over the years. Is there a particular story that you can remember, funny story or a story that stood out from all the rest in your career?
I really had a good time. I really enjoyed my time coming up at the University of Maryland, living in College Park. You're right down the street from D.C., so I had a good time, partied quite a bit, and enjoyed myself. One weekend, my brother came in town, was doing spring ball. So, we're back at College Park, and we go to D.C. Friday night. We go out, we have a good time, party, do what we do, everything else. We get back to the room about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I got to be up at 7 o'clock for meetings. We got a spring practice, like the one before our spring game Saturday. So everybody else still passed out, knocked out, sleep in the rooms and stuff. I got to get up and go check in for meetings. So I'm able to get there on time and make it through my meetings. End up go out there and show my ass the entire scrimmage, man. I think I had 12 tackles. I'm talking cash shit throughout, freezing and telling everybody what they can do and they can shove it and everything else. And then I went home and crashed for the rest of the night.
Hey, man, if you could do that, why couldn't you be a head coach in the NFL?
Hey, that's probably why. That's probably why. Too many nights like that.